Experience Karen Hunter in a completely different way. Karen Hunter is awesome. The podcast.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're going to love me in Karen Hunter is Awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of The Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is Awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. Check out the podcast. Wherever you get your podcast, you will not be disappointed. We are in a time when this country is run by unqualified, undignified, morally bereft, and soulless people who put their own selfish needs ahead of the needs of this country and the people in it, who are probably in glee around the hurt and the anguish that they are causing, because that's what lower demons do. But your response to that, first of all, we must refuse. Okay, we must rebel. We must not allow it, but we also must center our joy and our peace and our happiness, because that thwarts all of that. They want you to be anxious and scared, because in that environment, they can grift the hell out of this country and everybody in it. They can pickpocket us into oblivion. They can get rid of all of the rights and democracy and run a Boston. They don't get to do that. And we have the ability and the power to say no. So I'm challenging everybody listening to get up and do, as Marcus Garvey would say. So what are you doing? I'm going to give out the number, because also I had an interview last week with Jane Elliot. We posted a couple of clips, and I'm hearing a lot of people, she's against reparations for Black people. And at first, I watched a little clip of her, railing for the indigenous people, like they deserve more. We stole their land. Black people, are by and large pretty free. Maybe she gets it, maybe she doesn't. I don't know if that's an issue that we should be standing on at this point. And so, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, and I'm open to having this conversation. So we reached out. We're going to sit and talk to her about reparations. But I was like, is this the most important topic at this time? Are reparations owed the descendants of African enslaved folk in the United States of America? Yes. Reparations are owed to the Haitians on the part of France. Reparations are owed to all of the Caribbean islands that were under the British rule. Reparations are owed by Great Britain. Reparations are owed by the Dutch nations that were also, colonized and enslaved by the Dutch. The Portuguese owe reparations to those people. And the descendants of enslaved here in America, the United States of America, are owed, yes, not just the 40 acres and a mule, but yes, I do believe that. The other side to that, and this is the question that I ask people: how do reparations happen? What's the process? It's an act of Congress. Do we currently have now? John Conyers put forth the reparations legislation that people did not pass. It did not pass the House. It did not pass the Senate. It did not. I don't even think it got into a committee. It was like 40, 50 years ago. John Conyers did that when he was in Congress. There've been a couple of iterations in the last couple of decades, but it has not, and it's an act of Congress. So if you are if this is your only issue, because again, we're heading up on a damn midterm, we cannot have the nonsense we just had that landed us here. And yes, there were shenanigans and a whole lot of other things, but there was also a lot of misinformation and just obtusity, rampant obtusity, just people standing on one issue, not considering that your vote is not just about the one thing that you care about. All of us now are in the midst of something, a crisis caused by abject ignorance and some nefarious behavior, but definitely mostly ignorance. We are here. And I didn't participate, and most of you did not either. We did what we needed to do, and we're still sitting here because it's so rampant. So we have to stand up. But my question, again, those of you who have these issues, and I have issues on a lot of things, but I'm always going to put the greater good ahead of my own personal things that I would like to see get done. But if you really care about reparations, where's your crusade around Congress? You should be banging on them every single day. But here's the rub, right? You got to get through the House and the Senate, and then it's got to go across the desk of the president. And last I looked, this president probably will not sign a reparation. But let's see. I'm here for it. But let's get through steps 1 and 2 first. And this is how I think a lot of us live our lives. We're looking at something that's all the way out there when you could just clean your baseboards today and wash your drawers today and sweep in front of your door today. Yes, my town needs a new school. Okay. All right, let's get that on the. But right now, is there something you can do where you are? Can you cut your grass? I know it's snowing or what, but some places it's warm. Can you cut your grass? Are you the person with the weeds that is creating weeds on everybody else's lawn? Are you that person with the dandelion problem? And I'm saying that as somebody that, the wind blows and now I have weeds because you didn't cut your grass. Are you the problem? But you care about reparations. But your house is dirty. Like, make it make sense. So this is, you have a missing side tooth that because you have dental insurance, but you won't fix that. Like I'm saying, that they're personal things that can be fixed, like in real time. The big issues. And some of us walk and chew gum. I'm going to raise my hand. I do that. I walk and chew gum. So maybe you can focus on a few things at the same time, but your house better be in order. Your personal house. And so, but maybe I'm wrong. 866-801-8255. It's Talk That Talk Tuesday. So we're going to have a conversation today. And and here's the larger question. Even if Jane Elliot does not believe black people should get reparations, and she may believe that, am I going to, is she the one that, I'm saying, is her word bond? Like, are we listening to that? Like, and does it disqualify her from having a conversation about race as a melanemic woman when she's gathering melanemic people? Do we not talk to her because she doesn't, like, at some point I need it to make sense. So we disqualify her across the board if she doesn't believe in this one issue, because I guarantee you there are a lot of well-meaning, really good black people in this country that don't believe black people should get reparations. There's a whole Jewish sect. I'm just giving you an example. In Brooklyn, the Satmar Jews that don't believe Israel should be a Jewish land, where Israel is right now. They don't believe in it. And they're Jewish. I mean, Orthodox with the hats and the tzitzis and the payasses and all of that. Are they less Jewish? Are they anti-Semitic? Like, we have to be able to be mature and nuanced enough to have discussions in community that doesn't land us on, let's throw this lady away, let's throw these people away because we don't agree, we think they're wrong. We can think they're wrong. Some of y'all think I'm wrong a lot. So I saw this, and this is what I love about YouTube, and I hate YouTube at the same time. Oh, because of what you said at minute 4, now mind you, these are clips, so it might be a 5-minute clip or a 7-minute clip of something that I've talked about. Oh, at the 3-minute mark, and that's why I can't tune into this channel anymore. I said, so you're going to not listen to any other videos because of something I said at the 3-minute mark, and you don't even listen to the show. You don't even know what it is that I do. You don't even know anything about the show. You watched a clip. And because of something I said in the 3 minutes, you're not going to watch. I said, wow, is that how you live your life? Oh, I'm not going to get any of this knowledge because I don't like the delivery of that one sentence. That's silly. I can't listen to Urban View because of Karen Hunter. One person, but the rest of the people on here. And I have my good days and bad days like anybody else. So you toss out the baby with the bathwater? Maybe you do. Maybe your baby's out there tossed out. I like the baby. So the baby going to be here. We're going to clean the bathwater. We're going to change the bathwater and keep the baby. That's what we're going to do. That's my mission. So we're going to keep the baby and just toss out the bathwater. We're going to chew up the meat and spit out the bones. That's what we're going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to walk and chew gum. I'm going to do that as well. 866-801-8255. So there's a lot of chaos, but we don't care because there's nothing we can do about the chaos. But there is something we can do about ourselves. So Anxiety happens when you grow your intelligence without growing your courage. So I'm going to challenge everybody to grow your courage.
Introducing a new podcast. Karen Hunter is awesome.
If you like me on SiriusXM Urban View Channel 126, you're going to love me. And Karen Hunter is awesome. Hey, this is Karen Hunter, host of the Karen Hunter Show on SiriusXM's Urban View. Karen Hunter is awesome is an actual podcast to bring heat and energy and knowledge and power. A 1-2 punch that I don't think you get anyplace else. Tell the truth. So check out the podcast wherever you get your podcast. You will not be disappointed.
Karen Hunter is awesome. A new podcast from Karen Hunter.